So you probably saw how filthy my car is at the moment. I'll be doing a video at some point when the weather improves. So that's going to be another video cleaning the car. Properly cleaning the car. Anyway, on to today's video. Today we've just got a little bit of maintenance to do. We've got a couple of error messages coming up on the infotainment unit in the car. So I'm going to have a look at that, see what they are, and try and get them sorted. Right, the first issue that you can probably see is the emissions light in the bottom right hand corner. That one is on. I know the reason for that, and that's because the EGR valve on this car has been removed. When I did some repair work 2 or 3 months ago, fitted a new inlet manifold, blanked off the swirl valves, and I also removed the EGR valve as part of a process to keep the inlet a lot cleaner. So the only way of getting rid of that light is either plugging it into some diagnostic software, which I've got with me in the car. The only issue with that is that as soon as the car detects that the problem is still there, that light will just keep coming back. The other issue you can see in the top of the display there tells me that we have a bulb issue. And if we come over to the display unit, it's telling us it's a parking light, check left. What it actually is the number plate lamp at the back on the left hand side. So I just need to get a couple of new bulbs ordered. I'm going to go for the LED lights. I've got LED side lights already with HIDs in the projector units. So if I'm replacing bulbs in the back for the parking lights, I'm going to get a couple of LED lights for those. So I'll get those ordered and probably fit those in another video. So that's the first issue, well, the second issue. And the second one is washing water level. That's a dead easy one. I've got some pre-mixed screen wash. We're just going to top that up. I'll show you where the bottle is. I'm sure anyone that drives one of these cars will know that anyway. Right, so let's get the car plugged into the diagnostic software and just double check what it's telling us in relation to that light there. Now the OBD port in the Vectra C is underneath the front ashtray. So you just pop the lid open and this slides out like so, and you can see there that is where the interface plugs in. Now I'm using one of these. There are many different ones available, and there are loads of reviews on YouTube about the best ones to go for. I use this because it's specifically designed for GM vehicles, Opel, although it is an unlicensed software. We can manage to get it plugged in, that is. The access isn't very good for the OBD port in these cars, but there, we've got it plugged in. So it runs off laptop software. So this interface, it just plugs into one of the USB ports. It's quite an old laptop I'm using here. Give that a couple of minutes to boot up, and I'll see you in a minute. Right, so I've loaded up the software. Just turn the ignition on, and what we want to do is go to Diagnostics, and automatic vehicle identification is the first option that comes up, so we'll choose that. So it's checking interface. it's brought up the VIN number in the top right hand corner, the model year, model of the car, the engine code. So we're going to diagnose ECM. Okay, so we're going to go to fault codes. So we've got two of them. One I expected, the P0400, exhaust gas recirculation circuit open, that's the EGR valve. That's absolutely fine because the EGR in this car has been removed and blanked off. It just needs to be, ideally it needs to be mapped out, but I just haven't got around to having it remapped. So the other one is a glow device general error, a P0380. Now this is interesting because the car does struggle to start, and sometimes I have to give it a couple of goes on the glow lights until the light on the dashboard goes off before I start it, and it can struggle a little bit for a few seconds and then it runs smoothly. And when it's really cold outside, it can be a bit of a pig to start. So I think we're going to have to get some glow plugs ordered, and again I think that's going to be another video. So what we can do for the time being is clear the fault codes. So that one is coming back, but it's not a major issue because it's only going to come back on anyway because the EGR valve is not there. So we just exit the program, job done. So we turn the ignition off. And then unplug the interface, put the ashtray back in, close the lid, and we'll just start her up and just see if that light is still there. Oh, it has cleared the light. So it's turned the light off, but it won't be long before that light comes back on again. So it's no big deal. Right, let's fill the washer bottle. I suppose you'd be better using a funnel for this really, but I don't know where mine is because my garage is such a tip at the moment. As long as you use a fairly decent screen wash, it doesn't really matter which one you choose. Just make sure that if you do use one that is concentrated that you need to dilute yourself, just make sure that you dilute it to the recommended ratio on the bottle. And that's not full, but it'll do for now. So that's the fault code's cleared, the washer fluid's topped up, and we'll get the bulb on order today, so that'll be a few days, and I'll do that in another video. So thanks for watching. Please comment, like and subscribe. As I said in the last video, there's lots of future content coming, more repair videos, modification videos, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks very much.